finally say who this officer is, the same day they release his videotape. Yesterday, when they know the autopsy's coming out, all of a sudden, this mysterious woman, Josie, who knows who the hell she is she reading the script, and all of a sudden, everybody's taking her words, which really a third-person witness, as gospel. How can that be what someone will call up? How can you call up a radio station and say, this is what's happened? How do you do that?
Do you believe all that is orchestrated? I mean,
yes.
A lot of...
That was Spike Lee last night on Anderson Cooper. I responded to him when I went on Hannity last night, and a couple of things here. This individual didn't just call into a radio station, and I have a good friend who's on my affiliate in St. Louis who just kept saying, well, they called into a station, and love him, but I got to correct him. Let's be correct about this. They didn't just call into a station; they called into this program. And one of the reasons that I'm assuming they called into this program is because I have been absolutely furious with media coverage of all of this. And this show, we have gone above and beyond of bringing a balanced approach to this coverage. And because this is, I lived in St. Louis. I lived in the city. I didn't live out in the burbs. I didn't live out in West County or South County or anywhere else. I lived in the city. All right? I have friends and family in Ferguson. The producer of this radio program grew up in Ferguson. His family lives in Ferguson. So it was a call into this program. So let's give that where it's due. Secondly, one of the other things that I want to bring up in all of this, everyone's tripping over themselves to be first in this story so that they can first. People, they all have phallus measuring competitions everywhere you go. It doesn't matter. It's so lame. And in the race to be first, or to get yours in, or to get an elbow in, no one's being correct. That is a problem. It's a problem that I have, and it's a problem we have been talking about on this show, this program, heard across the country, for some time now, since the beginning of this. Spike Lee, if he's going to say that something was orchestrated, I'm not. I'm a crabby liar, and we're way more transparent than that. It's a live radio program, so it happened live on air, and I was very careful, and I have been to this day. If it turns out it is a legitimate account, I've said from the beginning, now this is an unverified, before we even put the caller on the air, we went and checked and made sure that we had a legitimate number. Before we even had the caller on the air. And before I would before I brought her on air on my program, I made sure to remind people. And I think it's important to do. It is not my fault that when CNN jacked my audio, that they went out and said, well, this is a vetted source. Now, that was my concern in all of this. Again, everybody wants to be first. Nobody wants to be right. That's a problem. And the whole point was an exercise in curiosity, as I have said. If it is someone that has no idea what they're talking about, it's speculation in the wind. But if it's a rare instance where it is a legitimate account, it would be interesting to see